Hey guys, welcome back to another video. On my channel, if you're new around here, I cover everything from sensuality to sexuality and whatever's in the middle. In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks and my own personal experience on things that you can implement to avoid people pleasing and to direct the situation when you're in the bedroom to something that you actually want to enjoy and not just to take it. This is going to lead to building that confidence, having those awkward conversations, but the awkwardness leads to growth, and then we're getting to that pleasure that you actually want to have. I'm going to go straight into it, guys. I'm not going to mess around, but if any of my content is triggering for you, this is probably a great moment to look within yourself. Where maybe are you judging yourself, or what do you need to heal? If this is something that sounds like you, or you do get triggered by my content, please reach out. The work that I do with couples or individuals is actually reconnecting mind and body, coming back to a sense of wholeness and feeling ourselves in our body, not being stuck in the over mind that is a cause of the triggering that we feel. So let's get straight in. Imagine you are with a new partner, or maybe this is your partner that you're still learning to communicate with. And this specific day, you're just not feeling like you want to give a blowjob. However, you still want to have that fun and intimacy time. You still can. Foreplay doesn't always have to mean a blowjob. And I don't want you girls to people please just because that's what he wants. You're allowed to speak into your desires. Maybe at this time of the month, this particular day, you're just not feeling it. For example, I've had a partner ask for a blowjob and I wasn't feeling it. I didn't shame him. I didn't walk away. I communicated, and this is exactly what you guys can do too. I'm not feeling that right now. I would love to give you a hand job instead. All it needs is those couple little words of how you're feeling and how maybe you could approach that differently. Instead, imagine if I would have given this blowjob, it would have created resentment. My body would have been in a freeze mode because I actually wasn't desiring that in the moment. Rather, when you've communicated, both people are aware of what's going on and how you're feeling. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable, but wouldn't you rather have that little bit of uncomfortability in a conversation rather than feeling that in your body? And here's another one. Imagine if you're getting your hair pulled and you're just there, it's tight, what do I say, how do I get out of it, I'm just gonna let this happen. Girls, we don't want to feel like that. This is the moment to find your voice and to communicate, I don't feel comfortable, but I do like being choked instead. Can you see how I've switched that maybe unhealthy experience into something that's a little bit more healthier? But then if he carries on pulling your hair, that's not a healthy dynamic, and that's a bit of a red flag. So many men think what they see on porn websites, which is hair pulling and spitting, for example, that's what they think girls like, and it's not. I have gone through my own journey within this, and all my videos that I have within the Swingers Lifestyle are real raw experiences, and they are on my fans page. You can see different body shapes, different people, different cultures, and how everyone brings something different. There's none of that hair pulling or spitting, but you can see that raw, real communication that it takes in the bedroom, just as me and my partner communicating before we have our first swinger swap, or when I'm in a threesome and maybe I'm in a position that I don't feel comfortable in. And yes, I am aware it takes a lot of courage to actually speak up. This is why this video is there, just to get you started. And I'm going to give you a little exercise that you can go and do right after this video, which is going to help you to communicate in these uncomfortable moments. What I'm going to get you to do is go and stand in front of the mirror and just look at yourself. Voice 3 things that you actually like during sex and 3 things that are maybe not too comfortable with. And if you don't find those 3 things straight away, don't ignore it. Stay on top of it and keep working on it until you do find those 3 things. It might take 24 hours, it might take 1 week. But the more that you can actually think and feel in your own body what you do and don't like, this will feel a lot more comfortable when you're communicating this to your partner. And this is a great one. It does happen. Maybe you've just come to a moment when you've kind of just had enough sex for the moment, but he still wants to keep going on. Obviously, if you're in your relationship, you have communication together, but you also have your own needs and boundaries too. It's okay for you to say, oh, I'm having so much fun, but I just need a break. Or my energy's rising so much, I just need to sit with my body right now. Here's just a reminder to listen to your body, to feel that gut instinct. Because if you ignore that, you're actually ignoring and suppressing your emotions and pushing them down. And that ends up just in people pleasing. I've had a lot of sexual experiences in group environments, so definitely it's a little bit easier to maneuver your way out if you're feeling uncomfortable or need a little bit of time compared to obviously when it's just the 2 of you. But this is exactly where open communication comes in. And this is a great one to do outside of the bedroom or outside of that intimate time. Maybe one time before you're having sex, or one time after you've had a specific experience, or one day in the week when you guys are messaging. Remember that time when State what happened and state how you felt, and then state what maybe you would like to experience instead. It's your body. You're allowed to have emotions and feelings, and you're allowed to communicate them openly. I really hope that you are fully well received within this. If communicating or feeling actually into your own body is something that you're struggling with, reach out to me. Let's work together on shifting through or letting go of that lack of confidence and creating space for that pleasure that you know is there. Just remember, communication starts outside the bedroom. If you can't talk about bedroom activities outside of the bedroom, when you're naked and vulnerable, it's not going to make it easier. Communication is so much better when your body is relaxed. You don't want to have a stressful day and then coming home in stress to your partner and then communicating. You're going to be communicating from a place of anger and distress. It's best to get your body relaxed first. Whether you come into a meditation or to breathwork, just come at peace. When your body is centered, then that's when you can openly communicate, and you'll be a lot better received as well. If you're still working out what you're trying to communicate, I always come back to opposites. So for example, slower or faster, up or down, left or right. These are generally motions of the ocean that we use in sex, and easy simple words that you can communicate to your partner. For example, can you go more up or down? Remember, it's all about the positioning. It feels different every time. And the last one I want to bring to you guys is noticing the difference between when you talk about sex earlier in the day to when you don't talk about sex and you just go straight in. Notice the difference in your body for each moment. For example, if you talk about sex in the day, maybe communicate what you would like to receive, what you're excited for this evening, or something new that you've learned from Katie's videos to try, compared to when you're actually just going straight in for it. Your body is going to warm up a little bit more, plus you've had communication with your partner, taking this into the intimate experience. You're already going in with your foreplay rather than kind of just turning up to the bedroom and just getting straight in. Some of my best sexual experiences have actually been when we've spoken about sex before. So we've literally just spoken out loud what we enjoy, what turns us on, what we don't like, what positions we do like, what we'd like to try. This has allowed us both to have that awareness about each other. So when we're in the intimate moments, creating space for what we know the other person likes. This is overall just going to amplify your whole sexual experience. Girls, just remember, sex always isn't about just putting it straight in. You can have massage, you can have tantra, you can have breathwork, you can have kundalini. There's so much more that you can explore in an intimate way that builds that energy, builds that sexual tension. Then obviously if you choose to take it into sex, but just feeling that together in each other's presence can actually bring in a lot of ecstasy. I do have more videos on my channel with more breathwork and tantra, so you'll have to go and check them out. We were so uneducated about sex in school, exactly why these videos are here. I have had my fair share of experiences, and I'm just putting it out there for you guys so you can learn from it and go straight into your own pleasure. So excited for you guys, because when you unlock that level of communication, it's only just going to grow, which means your sex life is just going to get better. If you've got any questions, please pop them below, or I'll see you guys in the next video.